Hey, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel. A few weeks ago, I made a video going over the differences between the LG NanoCell 90 and the X900H. I personally bought the NanoCell 90. I've been using it for a few weeks, and I told myself I would never purchase an LG TV in my life. And here it is in my room. So I thought, you know what, for this video, let's take it up a notch and talk about OLED TVs. Now, the two TVs that we're going to talk about in this video are the Sony A8H and the LG C10. Some of the best TVs in the market right now, TVs that I wish I could have. They're just a little bit above my price range, but if you're somebody that's looking for a new TV and you're looking between these models, hopefully this video helps you out. I don't want to go into the details of each of the models and this TV has this and this TV has this spec. This is more so if you're trying to just decide between the two, you want to be told exactly what to do. Stay tuned towards the end of the video and I will do just that. I'll tell you exactly which route you should go based on what you use the TV for. Before we get into the details of the TV, if you haven't seen my video on the best gaming mouse of 2020, be sure to check it out. It'll be like on one of the sides here or on my channel. Just check it out. I love the engagement from everybody. I love the questions. I get a lot of questions on videos like this talking about, you know, different TV models and which ones people should get. A lot of people seem to be caught in the dilemma because a lot of the specs are very similar. For these models, the Sony A8H and the C10, they're almost identical TVs. It's very hard to find many differences between them, but there are some. What I'm going to do is break it down by category and give you the TV that does better in each category. If you're looking for detailed specifications on each of the TVs and which TV does better with their backlit panel and this spec and that spec, Ratings.com does a really good job at doing a thorough research on which TV is better. I'll link that in the description below so you can take a look at that. So let's break it down by category. The first one being color. This category I'm going to give to Sony. Sony overall over the last 10, 15, 20 years has always done really well with color. They've always showed a rich variety of color in their TVs. Samsung, what they do is they wash up the brightness of the TV, so it washes away the color. LG is starting to do really well with the color, but they're not where Sony is or where Sony has been over the last 10, 15 years. I think Sony really takes the cake on this one. So the first category would go to Sony. The second category would be black levels. This is a category I can't give to Sony or LG because both TVs are OLED TVs. Both are going to do really well with black levels. I know usually you want to give it to one TV or one model, but both of them just do so well with their black levels that I can't give it to either one. Now the third category will be, I said third category. The third category will be motion. If you're looking for a TV to watch sports on or to play video games on, motion is LG. LG does really well, input lag better on the LG TV. That doesn't mean that the Sony doesn't do well. Sony does do very well, but the LG will do better. So I would go with LG if that's what you're using the TV for. Since we're already talking about motion, we might as well talk about gaming. If you're using the TV for gaming, if you're connecting your computer to this TV and using it as a monitor, which I don't know why you would do, but if you wanted to, you go with the LG C10 over the Sony A8H. Now the OS system of the TVs, I would give it to LG. This is just a personal preference. I really like the WebOS system that LG has, and I also really like the Magic Wand or the Magic Remote that LG has. Sony is going to have the Android TV and just a regular remote. I'm not a huge fan of the Android TV. There's not really much wrong with it. I just don't like the interface as much as I like LG's side. You can also see that Samsung's interface or their OS system looks very similar to LG's now, but LG did this sort of interface first. So LG is going to get the OS system and the remote, if you will. It's kind of like one category here. Now for sound, if you're looking for which TV does better in terms of sound, I think you should readjust your priorities because when you're purchasing a TV like this, you want it to have really good sound. The way that these TVs are made, they're very thin bezel TVs. There's not much space in them, so usually speakers, there's two speakers on each side of the panel, and a lot of times they're facing backwards, sometimes they're facing down. So if you've got it on a stand, the sound will be projecting off the stand and then somewhere else. So the TVs don't do too well with sound. Now I have the NanoCell 90 and the sound did blow me away because I didn't expect it to sound as full as it does, but a sound bar or an actual sound system will always sound way better than the TV itself. If you're looking for a TV that does better with sound, I would give it to Sony, but LG does I don't want to say very well because it's not that well, but they're both okay in terms of sound. It's better than regular LED panels, but keep in mind there's just not much space for there to be speakers. Sometimes there's 4 speakers in the TVs, but still not great sound. So the overall point being to get a sound bar or to get an actual sound system. I know that's kind of expensive. Sound bars are like $150 these days for a good sound bar. And the last category is brightness. Both of them are OLED TVs. They're not going to be as bright as a normal LED TV. That's just the nature of the TV. That's how it's made. So if you're looking for a very bright picture, an OLED TV is not the best one. I don't remember what the nits level is on each TV. For some reason I'm thinking 300 nits, but I feel like that's not that bright. I think that they're maybe brighter than 300. I'm forgetting what it is, but not going to be that bright. So keep that in mind. Now, if you've been waiting on a clear, concise answer, here it is. This is exactly the same as the NanoCell 90 versus the X900H. If you're a gamer, you go with the LG. If you are a movie watcher, if you watch a lot of movies on Netflix or Blu-ray or whatever it is, go with the Sony. But that doesn't mean that the Sony doesn't do well with gaming, and that doesn't mean that the LG doesn't do well with movies. It's just, if you're using it primarily for sports and gaming, LG. Movies, Sony. But you could crisscross, get the other way, and it would still be an amazing experience. You would still love the Sony if you want to use it for gaming. You would still love the LG if you want to use it for movies. Hopefully this gave you a little bit of insight and clarity. I'm a little jealous if you are somebody that's purchasing these TVs, because I wish I could purchase it, but hopefully this helped you make a decision. If you have any questions, leave it down below. If you have a preference between the two, I'm curious to know if you prefer the Sony or the LG. Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.